Shankardev wrote his first work? At what age Shankardev wrote his first work?
12 years.
12.
12 years. What was his second wife's name?
Kalindi.
Kalindi. First wife?
Suryabati.
Suryabati.
Surjapati.
Okay. Then, who was the last king of Ken dynasty? Last king of Kens?
Sir Nilambor Khen.
Who was the first king of Ken dynasty then? First and the last king of Ken dynasty. Can anyone tell me?
Niladhavai.
The first was Niladhvaj.
Niladhas.
The last one is Nilambor. Okay, so very confusing names. Okay, similar names. So please keep that in mind. Okay, what is the meaning of Poa Mecca?
One by fourth of Mecca.
1/4 of Mecca, 1/4. Yeah.
1/4 of Mecca. Okay, very easy. Who built Poa Mecca? Who built Poa Mecca?
Yasuddin Otia Alia.
Ghiyasuddin Aulia. Okay. Then name the founder of Koch dynasty.
Vishwasingha.
Really?
A Mondal.
Issue.
Horyo Mondal.
Hariya, yeah, yes, Hariya.
Horyo Mondal. Horyo Mondal. Okay. Then who was the king of Koch Hajo? The first king of Koch Hajo. The first king of Koch Hajo.
Raghudev.
Raghudev. Okay, Raghudev. Who was he? Who was Raghudev?
Maharaj
Shilarai's
Narayan.
Silarai's son. All right. So we discussed yesterday Koch Kingdom and your Shankardev, the life of Srimanta Shankardev. We have discussed properly. We know some of his works. Okay, please revise Shankardev regarding his books and poems. Most of the time questions, and this time also we are predicting some questions related with Shankardev. Okay, very very important Shankardev life. All right. Then can anyone tell me where did he get, or who was his inspiration for starting Eksarna Dharma? He was influenced by somebody. Who was that somebody?
Lord Krishna.
No. He was influenced. You don't, I mean, yes, we follow gods and goddesses, but in truth, we get influenced by people, not from God. We follow God, we worship God. We don't get influence from God in in a very practical way, I'm saying. Okay. Yes, he got his inspiration to write regarding gods and goddesses, but he was influenced in real world. Who was that person?
I forgot the name, but I know it was a guy from Bihar, I think.
Yeah, okay, he was from North India. When he was going for his spiritual pilgrimage, he met someone. Anyone? He was a Mishra.
Sir Mahendra Kundali.
No. Well, he was also a Mishra for Diffu students. Mishra ji, Smruti Ranjan Mishra. Was he the influence? Jagdish Mishra, Borlier says. So it was Jagdish Mishra. Alright, fine. So today we will start with a new dynasty, that is the Ahom dynasty and the bulk of medieval Assam. Okay, the bulk of medieval Assam we will learn from the Ahom dynasty. So we have discussed Kus. Yesterday we have discussed Srimanta Hankordev very properly. Today we will discuss the Ahom. So please open up your notes and be ready with notes. Write your notes yourself also. I'll give definitely the notes and PDFs, but still you write it during the class so that it is good for you, so that you remember much quicker. Okay, so first of all, who are the Ahoms? Okay, who are the Ahoms? So Ahoms are from this group of people called Thai. Okay, Thai group, Thai ethnic group. Okay, they are known as Thai ethnic group. So Ahom is a community under Thai ethnic group. Okay, Thai ethnic group. So in Northeast they are known as Thai. When you go towards Southeast Asia, they are known as Dai. Okay, Dai or Krai. All right. So they follow this Ta Dai Krai language or Tai Kadai language. All right. So their languages are similar. So up till Vietnam, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, southern China, and then Northeast India, this group of people live. So Thailand, that's why they say no, they come from Thailand, because they are somewhat related. Okay, their ethnic group is related. That's why they say Ahoms are Thais. Okay, all right. But whatever it is, we know that they belong to this Thai, Dai, and Krai group. Okay, ethnic group. So they are found in southern China, known as Zhuang. Then in Thailand, they are known as Thai or Thai. Okay, actually the real pronunciation is Thai only, but over the years it has become Thai. Among themselves, they say Thai. Okay, that's why the pronunciation of Thailand is Thailand. Okay? When they speak, the Thai people. Then Laos, Cambodia, and Thais in Northeast India. Okay, similarities of festivals we see among this group: Songkran in Thailand and Sangken in Northeast India, particularly in Namsai area. Even in some parts of Assam, we celebrate Sangken. Okay, important tribes of this group, Dai group. Important tribes in Northeast: Tai Khamti, Tai Phake, Tai Khamyang, Tai Siam, and Tai Ahom. Okay, they are not yet ST. However, rest of them falls under ST category. So we have a lot of Siam people in Karbi Anglong also, if you know. All right, towards what was that place? Towards Golaghat, what was that place? Can you remind me?
Balibathar.
Balipathar, yeah, towards Balipathar and all Chokihola, you see a little bit of Siam people, right? Siam people, all right. But among the Thai group, the Ahoms are the most mixed group of people, okay, because when they settled in Assam, when Sukapha came inside Assam, he did not bring many people. He came with a few groups, so he assimilated with the local population. And then present day, Ahoms form one of the core group of Assamese society. Okay, Ahom forms one of the core group of the Assamese society. So we know this. So this is about Ahom or Thai group. All right. So you can see the picture. This is a picture from Thailand, and this is a picture from our Northeast India, Arunachal. Okay, Thai Khamti. Okay, if you can see the similarities in the dress pattern, right? Similarities in the dress pattern is there. Okay, fine. Let's move on to Ahom dynasty. The first king of Ahoms is known as Sukapha. Okay, we know him as Sukapha, right? The pronunciation was a little different when they came, but now everyone calls it Sukapha, right? He left Mongmao, an area which is present day southern China or northern Burma. So somewhere from here, okay, somewhere from here, he left Mongmao, all right? And then he started coming towards Northeast India. So he took a journey with some of his people, okay, towards Northeast India, somewhere like this, right? Now there are theories. Why did he come to Northeast India? The theory number one is he had a conflict with his brother because his brother became the king and he did not get the throne. So he left, okay, he left apparently, fine, looking for new areas to rule. And theory number two is Genghis Khan was coming to these areas around that time, okay? Genghis Khan was coming to these areas, okay? So one of his relatives or his uncle or his mother or grandmother, whatever the story is, said, you go instead and find some better place for us. If this invader comes, Genghis Khan, we will be destroyed. So go find a place for us. Okay, so those are theories, not yet proven. All right, not yet proven. Then he was accompanied, when he took this journey, he was accompanied by a few wise men or counselors. One was Suhungmung, and the next one was Chow Thaolung. Okay, so we will know what this name means. Okay, when you write Chow in Ahom language or in Thai language, means great or king or royal. Okay, Chow. Okay, so it was Chow, you know, Sukapha. That's why we have so many Ahom, you know, teenagers and so many Ahom people right now, particularly the Gen Zs, they're writing Chow Pankaj Gogoi, Chow, you know, you get the idea. Chow Debojit Gogoi, Chow, you know, but Chow means royalty, okay, right? But it was these counselors formed one of the basis of your of the people that came inside Assam with Sukapha. Okay, Sukapha. So Sukapha enters Myanmar, or you know, present day Burma, northern Burma. There is a valley called Hukong Valley. So this, can you see here in the second arrow? You can see surrounded by all hills. Okay, and one small passage entered into this. So this is Hukong Valley. This point, okay, this point is Hukong Valley. Okay, so from here they entered towards Patkai range. So again you can see the gap here. So that is Patkai. Okay, that is Patkai range. All right, so they entered Patkai range, and as soon as they touched this area, they encountered various Naga tribes. Okay, Sukapha encountered various Naga tribes who were the original settlers in Patkai area, right? Fine. So it took him almost 13 years to defeat the Nagas and enter Brahmaputra. So for 13 years he left Mongmao in 1215 and he entered Brahmaputra Valley, that is your present day Sipsagar, Soraideo area, only in 1228. So to cross this area, from this area to here, it took him 13 years. Why? Give me one reason. Why?
Forest area, forest.
You say forest area?
Forest.
Why did it take him 13 years?
Sir, conflict with Naga people.
Yeah, the Nagas were there in that area. So they were brutally, like, you know, defending their territories against invaders. For Nagas, Ahoms are invaders. Okay, for the Naga people, Ahoms were invaders at that time. Okay, so they were defending their territory in the jungle warfare, and of course, Ahoms defeat them at the end. But for 13 years, Sukapha had to battle with the Nagas. Okay, so 13 years it took him to cross inside Assam, present-day Assam, from your present-day Nagaland border. All right. Then, by the time he reaches, first of all, he reaches your Namrup area and Tipom area. Okay. And as soon as he comes inside this territory, he calls this land, from the hills he must have seen full golden paddy fields, and in the valley, water. So he called that land as Mungdang Sungkham. Okay, Mungdang Sungkham. Okay, Mungdung Sungkham means the land of gold, or a basket of gold in Thai. Okay, so he started calling this land as Mungdung Sungkham, meaning a basket of gold, as soon as he reached Namrup and Tipom area, which is your present day here, somewhere here, right? Fine. So he must have seen from the hills that, oh, it looks so gold. Maybe during a harvest season he must have arrived. Okay. So after defeating the various Nagas in the hills and forests, he must have finally have reached a land that is like a gold. Okay, that is like gold. All right. So next slide we'll go to understand who are these Nagas. Okay, who are these Nagas? So the Naga word does not mean naked. Okay, does not mean Nanga. It is a very wrong conception that it comes from a Hindi or Sanskrit word telling Naga means Nanga. Okay, that is not right. If we have to look historically, and one of the prominent theory is that Naga word comes from a Thai word called Noka. Okay, Noka. Noka in Thai means pierced ears. So Nagas at that time had pierced ears like this. Okay, ears are pierced. They had ornaments in their ears. So the Thai people, okay, particularly the Sukapha people, they must have told, oh, these people are with pierced ears, Noka people. Okay, Noka. So till now in Assam, we don't say Naga, we say Noga. If you go to Upper Assam, people say Nogamanu. Okay, Naga became with Britishers. Later on, when Britishers came, who are these? They are Noga people. Noga people. Oh, Naga. It has misnomered. Okay, it has become Naga, right? So who are these Nagas? From Thai word it comes Noka. Okay, the most you should accept this theory better than the Sanskrit word called Nanga or naked. Okay, that is not right. This is probably from the Thai word Noka. Okay, they are an ethnic group. Nagas are an ethnic group. So Nagas does not represent one tribe. They are also different tribes. Okay, multiple tribes across Northeast India and Myanmar. Okay, multiple tribes in Northeast and Myanmar. So in Northeast India, we have Naga tribes in Assam, Arunachal, Nagaland, and Manipur. Okay, 4 states. Assam, Arunachal, Nagaland, and Manipur, we see the Naga people mostly. Okay, mostly. They have their own languages. Okay, based on tribe. Okay, Nagas have different languages based on their tribe. Okay, they have languages, very different languages from one another, based on tribe, based on villages also. So according to village also the language changes, and as well as their clan systems. In the same tribe of Naga, you can have more than 3-4 languages. Did you know this? Okay, inside Naga population, any tribe you select, their language changes according to villages, according to clans also. So very interesting group, this Nagas. Okay, very interesting group. We just know their food, akhuni and bamboo shoot. But beyond akhuni and bamboo shoot, they have very different culture. Okay, from the rest of the Northeasterns. What were they known as in historically? For their fearless stand against invaders into their lands. Like they could fight with Sukapha, because for them to Sukapha was an invader in their lands, right? They are mentioned in Buronjis, Ahom Buronjis, the Ahom Chronicles. They are mentioned in the books. So from now on, we will see various Nagas interaction with the Ahom kingdom. Okay, we will see other tribes also, but this is the historical proof that Nagas were one of the original settlers of Northeast India. So they are also the sons of the soil. Okay, they are also the sons of the soil, Bhumiputra of Northeast India. Okay. So present day important tribes from each state, let's discuss. From Assam, we have the Liangmai or Rongmai, which falls under the wider Ziliangrong people, that is in Dima Hasao and Kachar district. Okay, we see some Nagas in Karbi Anglong also, particularly the Rengma Nagas, right? So this group are there in Assam. In Arunachal, there are few tribes of Nagas called Wancho, Nokte and Tangsa. They are also Naga tribes in Arunachal. In Nagaland, we have major tribes like Konyak, Angami, Ao, Sumi, okay, and many more, okay, Mao, all right. So many more are there in Nagaland. Around 17 major tribes are there in Nagaland, right? And in Manipur, Tangkhul, the largest Naga ethnic group in Manipur, and Ziliangrong, the second largest Naga group in Manipur, bordering Nagaland. All these areas are bordering Nagaland, okay. Tangkhul lives in the northeast of Manipur towards Myanmar side, and Ziliangrong lives to the northwest bordering Assam. That's why we find them in Assam also, these Ziliangrong people, right? Fine. Okay, so these are the Naga groups, okay. So the first king, Sukapha, he entered Brahmaputra Valley and he called the land, what did he call the land? What was the name he gave to Assam? Mungdung Sungkham, okay? Mungdung Sungkham, the land of gold or basket of gold. Fine. So when he entered Brahmaputra Valley, he met with the old Kacharis. Who are these old Kachari groups? Morans and Borohi, present day Moran, Motok people, okay? Present day Moran, Motok people. Unlike the Nagas, these Kosari people did not fight with Sukapha so much, okay? Unlike the Nagas, they just assimilated with the Ahoms, okay? They just assimilated with the Ahoms, meaning Ahoms entered, Sukapha came, and these old Kosaris were there, Moran and Motok people of present day. They saw this group of people, they were, oh, Ahok, Bohok, ki naam apunar? Sukapha, oh, korpora ahise. So all those happened with Kosari at that time. And they said, oh, apunalok to bahut dhunia manu dikhun. Let's get married, all right? So they got married. And because of that, the original Ahoms, during Sukapha's time itself, like I said, Sukapha came with very few people, and they assimilated with the local population of Assam. But when it came to Nagas, it was very difficult for the Ahoms at that time to defeat the Nagas. So how many years they fought with the Nagas?
13 years almost.
13 years. Okay, 13 years. So with the Nagas, the Naga people saw, "Oi, kuda jase? Oh, moi to ifale jam neki jabo de mane naparibo." Nai. So you know the Nagas till now. If you enter Nagaland, what happens? You know that, right? From Karbi Anglong, right? They will always ask you where you're going, okay, in the border checkpost. These are just an idea so that the history is fun for you. So Assam, he entered Assam, and these old Kocharis like Moran and Motok and Borahi, they used to call Assam at that time as Hachom, okay? Assam was known as Hachom by Kosari group. What is Hachom? Hachom means lowland, okay? Lowland or plain lands, okay? So these Kosari people named Hachom. So sometimes people say, no, the name of Assam came from Ahoms. From Ahom, it became Ahom, right? But I have another theory. Assam, the name of Assam might have also come from Hachom, okay? Which is the Kochari word for lowland or plain land, all right? Fine. That is the story of the name of Assam, how Assam came. The first thing, as soon as he entered, Sukapha assimilated with the old Kocharis, Moran, Borohi of present day. Then he set up a headquarter at Soraideo. The first capital of Ahoms was known as Soraideo. So present day Soraideo. Okay, it was named something else, but this is just the Assamese name, Soraideo, in 1253. Okay, in 1253, he sets up the first capital in Soraideo. So he entered Assam in which year?
1228.
1228. Then after 27 years, right? After how many years? 25 years. He established the first capital. So for 25 years, he must have been working his life, building his people, okay? And then, as soon as he set up the capital, he also started asking the councillors, the people, wise men, to start writing Buronjis, okay? To start writing their stories, how they came inside Assam, with whom they faced problems, how did the Kosaris welcome them. All these are mentioned in the Buronjis. It was mentioned, okay? Some of the Buronjis are lost, by the way, okay? We'll know that in later. And by 1268, he passed away. Sukapha, the first king of Ahoms, passed away, okay? During his time, his border was, in the western side, it was the Disang River, okay? In the north, it was the Naga Hills, and in the east, it was the Dikho River, okay? In the east, it was in the west, it was the Brahmaputra River. In the north, it was the Disang River. In the east, it was the Naga Hills, and in the south, it was the Dikho River, okay? Dikho River. Fine, I'll show you a picture. This red marking, can you see? This is the first area of the Ahoms. So they began from this small stretch, okay? From the small stretch, okay? So northern boundary was Brahmaputra, okay? North or west, okay? If you look, this is north here. So western boundary Brahmaputra, north was this river called Disang, east was your Naga Hills, this one, and west was your, south was your Dikho River. So this was the initial area of your Ahoms, all right, Ahoms. So he took the title Chaolung, meaning king in Thai, okay? Chaolung Sukapha, okay? That's why they write Chaolung Sukapha, okay? And then here Suhungmung and Suhungmung, who were his counselors or his prime ministers at that time, okay? So what was the intention of Sukapha coming inside Assam? Okay, he did not come as a conqueror, okay? Like we know, he came because maybe he fought with his parents or family, or Genghis Khan's problem was there, so that's why he came. So he did not come as a conqueror, okay? He did not come as an invader, but he came as a head of agricultural folk, okay? Very common people, like you and I, very commonly he came, okay? He was looking for land to start his people, okay? To start his people. He did not encroach lands of the locals, okay? He did not encroach the lands of locals, it seems. So he asked the Kochari people that, oh, Dada, amak olop mati lagisile kobat pam niki? Kocharis mazbe amar tat to nai, hey agot khali ase loi lobo pare. So that's how he started his settlements, okay? That's what he started his settlements. He always looked for cooperation with the locals, okay? He always first asked humbly that, sir, thora mitti milega, thora zameen milega. So Kocharis agreed. But when he went inside Naga territory, sir, moike bhi ekta mati dibo paribo. The Nagas were like, no, you cannot. You are invader. So that's why, because of that, he always goes with humble attitude first, okay? He always goes for humble attitude, and if they don't cooperate, he will subjugate them. That was his policy, okay? First he goes requesting. If the request is denied, he will go to war with these people, because he was a head of a group of people, and this group of people needed to be fed, needed to be taken care of. So of course, for your own family, you will always protect, no matter what happens, okay? You will always protect. So he built new settlements around the Kosari people of that time. He always had cooperation with the locals, particularly in Assam. Like in Assamese people, we are so welcoming, right? We are welcoming so many outsiders also as of now, right? Why? Because we don't believe in fights. We don't believe in war. We want to, you know, have peaceful relations with each other. But with the Nagas, it's different, because Nagas are very, very fearless in their stand against defending their land, right? So that is the reason why he fought with Nagas, and why with all Kacharis it was easy for him to mingle. Okay, fine. So the first area in this small stretch of land. Okay. After him, the son takes over, son of Sukapha, called Sukapha. Okay, Sukapha, 1268 to 1281 he ruled. He was the son of Sukapha. He sent ambassadors to Muang Mao. Okay, the original place where they came from, Muang Mao. He sent some of his ambassadors, which was ruled. The Muang Mao at that time was ruled by Sukranfa. So their distant uncle, his distant uncle was ruling, meaning the brother of Sukapha. Okay, the brother of Sukapha was ruling on the other side. So this side, somewhere this side. Okay. Then he extends to the east of Dikho by outwitting the Kacharis. So he extends his land towards this side a little bit. Okay, Kacharis were here. Okay, he fooled the Kacharis, by the way. Okay, he fooled the Kacharis. All right, fool means deceived. Like, you know, they must have betted on something, right? The story goes like, if you can dig a land in the morning, if you can dig a canal in the morning, by morning, the Kacharis said, if you can dig that land, I will give away this away. So there are so many stories like that. Okay, but not very important for us as of now. Unless you are interested, then only I'll tell all the stories later on. But for your examination point, he extended towards the east of Dikho. Okay, so around these areas and all these areas. Okay, around these areas he extended. Okay, after Sukapha, we have the next in line, Subinfa. Okay, Subinfa. Subinfa came in 1281, ruled till 1293. So he classified, he started the beginning of noble houses of Ahoms. Okay, noble houses of Ahoms. So it was like this: royal house, that is the king. Only Chow Lungs will come from here, the kings. Two noble houses. Okay, later on it came to be known as Gohais. Okay, the Chow Suhungmung and Chow Thunglung, they were from these houses. And four priestly houses, known as, in Assamese it is known as Diodhai or Mosam in Thai, Bailung or Moplong in Thai, Mohan, Mohung and Siring. Okay, so these are the four houses of priests. Do you know what is a house? Can anyone tell me the house? What do you mean by house in kingdoms?
Dynasty.
No. If you have watched Game of Thrones, House of Lannister, House of Starks, House of Targaryen, okay? So he made a rule that a priestly house will always serve as priest. A Gohai house or a counselor house will always be Gohais. And the royal house, the Chaulung house, will always be kings. Okay, that was the rule in Ahom traditions, all right, when they built. So Subinfa was regarded as the early classifier of noble houses. Okay, house of 7. Okay, how many house? 4 priestly class, so 4, 2 noble houses, 6, and 1 royal house, 7. Okay, 7. Fine. After Subinfa, you have Sukhangfa. Okay, Sukhangfa. All right. During this time, Sukhangfa had a conflict with Komota king called King Pratapdhwaj. Anyone remembers who was Pratapdhwaj? Anyone remembers Pratapdhwaj? Anyone remembers Pratapdhwaj? See, that's why I tell you to keep reading the notes. It becomes confusing. Okay, Pratapdhwaj, remember he had, you know, two sons, or the kingdom of Kamota was split after him, Dharmanarayan and Dhirnarayan. Remember? Right? Between his brother and his son. Okay, Kamota king, go back to Kamota king, starting of the medieval period. Alright, so Ahoms had a problem with Kamota king at that time called King Pratapdhwaj. However, they made peace. They agreed by peace, for peace by marriage. Okay, so in 1324 they signed a peace treaty and they started marrying one another after that. Okay, royals get married to royals only. All right, so Sukapha married two princesses, Queen Rajini and Queen Bhojani. Okay, from Queen Rajini he had sons called Sukrangfa. He had another son called Sutufa and Tau Khamti. From Queen Bhojani, Chao Pulai. Okay, Chao Pulai was the son. Alright, so please keep these names as of now. We'll see internal fights after this. So after Sukapha, the next in line was Sukrangfa, the eldest son, okay, of Sukapha. He comes to power. Alright, because of that, Chao Pulai revolted against him. Who was Chao Pulai? His stepbrother. Okay, Chao Pulai revolted against him. Alright, and he also said, I am also the eldest son from this next queen, so I should also be getting the throne. So there was a lot of problem in the Ahom kingdom from now on. Okay, in 1300s itself, we see problems in the Ahom kingdom. And he started influencing the nobles. Okay, Chao Pulai started influencing the nobles. And because of this revolt, the king had to decide, fine, I will make another house called Charing house. Okay, you will rule from Burhi Dihing. Okay, Burhi Dihing is this side, this one. Okay, you'll rule from this side. Okay, and you will be known as Charing Raja. Okay, from now on you'll be known as Charing Raja. All right, fine. Okay, so that was till Sukrangfa. Okay, Sukrangfa. Now, how to remember the first few kings? So, who was the first king? Sukapha. Who was the second king? Subinpa. Then
Sutiupa.
Sutiufa, yes. Then Subinfa. Then Sukangfa. And then Sukrangfa. Okay, now how to remember these 5 kings? Alright, very simply, Ka, Teo, Bin, Khang, Krang. The rest are all same. Okay, now send it. Ka, Teo, Bin, Khang, Krang. The first 5 kings. So it's mnemonics. Just remember the first king, Sukapha. So Ka, Suteufa, Teo, Subinfa, Bin, Sukhangfa, Khang, and Sukrangfa. Fine. Very easily you can remember the first few kings. Okay, Ka, Teo, Bin, Khang, and Krang. Okay. So after this, after Sukrangfa, there was a interregnum. What is interregnum? Interregnum means suspension of Ahom government. Why? Because there was a lot of problems in Ahom kingdom at that time. So who ruled during this suspension of the government? The prime ministers. Okay, Chao Thaolung, Chao Fraumung, all these people ruled instead of the king. Okay, instead of the king. Okay, so for a period of 5 years, the nobles were ruling the kingdom. Okay, nobles were ruling the kingdom. Fine. Okay. Next comes Sukapha. Okay. Next comes Sukapha. So Sukapha is the brother of Sukapha, if you remember. Okay. The second son. Okay. The second son of Sukapha. Sukapha comes and he takes the throne after his brother. He started having conflict with the Sutiya king. Remember Nandiswara, who calls the Sukapha? If you go to your Sutiya notes, you'll find Nandiswara. So this side were all Sutiya people. Okay, till here they were Sutiya people. All right. So they had conflict, border issue, and Nandiswara, the Sutiya king, called him for a meeting in Safrai River. Okay, in Soraidev, for this side. And in that meeting, Nandiswara kills Sukapha. Okay, Nandiswara kills Sukapha. And that is why Sukapha dies. Within 5-6 years of his rule, he dies. Very, very, early. Okay, and after that, we again have interregnum, meaning they were deciding who can be the next king, who will be the next king. Okay. So that was a problem in Ahom kingdom because 5 sons were there, and who to give the throne to, that was the problem. All right. So Sukapha gets murdered by the Sutiya king Nandiswara at that time. So we see conflict with Sutiyas and Ahoms now. Okay, conflict with Sutiyas and Ahoms. So his brother, the next brother, Tau Khamti, the third son, okay, Tau Khamti becomes the king. The nobles elect him as the king. He takes a revenge mission against the Sutiyas. He takes an revenge mission against the Sutiyas, and while he was in the battle, his queen started having conflict at home. Okay, he had 2 queens again, so his queen started having problems. Okay. So this guy had so much problem. He had to fight with the Sutiyas and he had to manage his household also. So the second queen reaches Habung. Habung is present day your Dhemaji, Dhokwakhana area. Okay. So in Habung, apparently the story goes on and says that she gives birth to a son in a Bamun house. Okay. She gives a son in a house of Bamun or Brahmin. All right, fine. And when he came back from war and he saw, where is my second wife? And there was an issue that the first wife chased her. So a lot of conflict in the house. So because of this conflict, because of this problem, the nobles killed him, thinking like, "Etu manutur kam nai, maiki kita ke sabo nore, amak ki sabo." Probably. If you cannot manage your queens, how will you manage a kingdom? So they murdered him. See, the rise of nobles we are seeing in this case. Okay, rise of nobles we are seeing. Okay, the nobles are getting more powerful slowly and slowly. All right. So assassinated by his own ministers. Okay. Again, Tau Khamti is an early king who dies very, very early in their reign. Okay. So remember this second queen and the son in Habung on the other side of the river. Okay, on the other side of Brahmaputra. So next king comes Sudangfa. Okay, after Tau Khamti, the period after Tau Khamti, again we see a period of interregnum, nobles ruling for another 6-7 years. Okay, nobles ruling again. So in that time, an Ahom trader went to the nobles and he's like, "Sir, I think in Habung there is one guy who looks very Ahom. Maybe he is a prince." So when the nobles found out that, okay, he is the son of Tau Khamti, so they made him the king, Sudangfa, okay, at 15 years old. So the nobles went and looked for the king, and Sudangfa becomes the king at 15 years old. Okay, he was the son of Tau Khamti from the second queen. He is also known as Bamuni Kuor, meaning he was brought up in a Bamun family. Okay, this Brahmin takes them into their household, grows him up. All right. And this is the time when we see the seeds of Hinduism or the Brahmin influence in Ahom kingdom. Okay, from here we see the worship of a god called Lakshmi Narayan Salagram, a stone sculpture of Vishnu and Lakshmi. So because of this Brahmin influence, the Ahoms start the seed of Hinduism in their culture. Okay, before that, before Sukapha, everyone followed their traditional gods. Okay, Ahoms followed their traditions. By 1397, we see the influence of Hinduism inside Ahom territory or Ahom kingdom. This Sukapha also had issue with Tipom chief. Tipom chiefs are chiefs or from the royal houses who were under the Charing house. Remember the Charing? Okay, on this side, Charing Raja. So these were chiefs, Tipom, okay, from the place called Tipom, Tipomia. Okay, so they were chiefs of Ahoms. So he started having issues with them. Why? Because the Tipom chiefs were not happy with his taking the throne. Okay, they were not happy with Sukapha. They were like, our king should be the king. Who is this Sukapha? Who is this Bamuni Kuwar? Okay, we don't know him. What is the truth or what is the fact that he is the real prince? Okay, so they had a revolution against this king. And because of this king, because of this revolution, Sukapha subjugates all the Tipom chiefs by butchering them and displaying their heads in public. Okay, so with Charing house, he has problem, just like Ned Stark. If you remember Game of Thrones, if you have watched Game of Thrones, you'll remember Ned Stark was butchered in public, right? So same thing happened here also. The Tipom chiefs were butchered in public, and that made the Charing house very, very against the Ahom king from then on. Okay, so house of Stark and house of Charing, similar case problem. Okay, similar problem. I'm just giving you from present day context how to remember those. All right, fine. Because of this war with the Tipomias or the Charing house requested their cousin, remember Muangmao cousin? That time it was ruled by a king called Suhungmung. Okay, Suhungmung. And this Suhungmung was requested by the Charing house that please come and help us. This Ahom king is not an Ahom. They are worshipping some foreign religion and they are doing so many things. Please come and help us. And because of that, Ahom king had a war with their own cousins. The war with Mongkang or Nara, which was ruled by their distant relative Suhungmung. Okay, not very important, but just remember the war. All right. So like I said, context of the war, Tipom chief Tai Sulai, remember? Tai Sulai. Okay, Tai Sulai. Anyone remembers from the previous king, Chao Pulai or Tai Sulai? What was the context? This Tipom chief had an affair with Queen Khuntai, the real queen, his Sukapha's queen. They had an affair. Okay, and because of that, Sukapha got angry with the Tipom chief. They were anyways not very happy with Sukapha. Okay, so because of that, a war started. Tai Sulai invited their cousins from the south, and they had a battle. Okay, they had a battle. So Battle of Tipom, it was called Battle of Tipom, where Ahoms were victor. This one lost. Battle of Tipom, Ahoms won. All right, fine so far. Fine, you'll remember, you'll have so many names in Ahom kingdom that your head will start spinning. So please keep writing the notes on the side. I'll give you the notes much later. So you keep writing so that you don't forget. Okay, you make an arrow-wise notes. Okay, so Sukapha and the cousin Suhungmung had a treaty called Treaty of Patkai. Okay, Treaty of Patkai in 1401 between the Ahom king and the Muangmao area, Mongkong dynasty. They had a treaty. What does Patkai really mean? It was, Patkai means cut fowl. Okay, cut fowl. Cut fowl means chicken or rooster. Okay, signifying a treaty. So this treaty, Patkai Senkyu, okay, Patkai Senkyu was by the lake of Nongyang, okay, lake of no return, which is still there in Pangsu Pass near the Indo-Burma border. So somewhere here we have this lake. You can visit this. If you go to Arunachal Pradesh and if you take a road, okay, Old Stilwell Road, okay, you'll find Pangsu Pass. You go to Pangsu Pass. From Pangsu Pass, you cross the border, and on the border itself, you have this lake of no return. Okay, lake of no return. You can visit this lake till now. So that is where they made the deal, the Treaty of Patkai. So Patkai means cutting a fowl, a chicken. Okay, so they said Dai Ko Rang will be the border between Ahom and Mongkang. Dai Ko Rang is nothing but Patkai range, the hills of Patkais. Okay, Dai Ko Rang. Dai Ko Rang in Thai means junction of 9 peaks. Okay, so this is the border between us. That's what they say. So immediately after that, he moved his capital to Chargua. What was the first capital of Ahoms?
Soraidew.
So now the capital moves towards Dibrugarh, okay, towards Dibrugarh called Chargoa, okay, by the Dihing River, okay, in 1403. So present day Dibrugarh area, they moved their second capital. Why? Just to keep it safe, because capital was right here in Soraidew that time. So they moved it a bit up towards the Brahmaputra here, right, Dibrugarh area. Okay, so that was the second capital. Remember who was the king who moved the capital to Chargoa? Remember, that can be a question. All right, that can be a question. Sudangfa also led an expedition against Kamata. That time Kamata was probably ruled by a king called Gojonka. Anyone remembers Gojonka? Gajanka, Sashanka, Gajanka, Mriganka. Remember Arimata line? Okay, so please keep your notes with you. You will not understand otherwise. And particularly in online class, it becomes very difficult because I don't know whether you're really understanding or not. All right, so Gajanka was ruling in Komota, and Gajanka's problem was that he helped Tai Sulai. After the treaty, Tai Sulai left Ahom kingdom and he left towards Kamatapur. Remember this character, Tai Sulai. Okay, so he went to King Gajanka and said, "Sir, my brother is trying to kill me. My family members are trying to kill me. Can you help me?" So Gajanka said, "Okay, you stay with us, no problem." And because of that, Sudangfa went inside Kamata kingdom and said, "You have to give my brother away, otherwise I'm attacking you." But they made a peace treaty. Okay, they made, "Sir, please don't attack me." They made a peace treaty, and that is when we see the interaction of, again, Kamata and Ahom. The first interaction was with King Pratapdwaj, okay, King Pratapdwaj, now with King Gojonka at that time. And Sudangfa dies in 1407, okay, 1407. Another important thing that he did becoming a king was called Singari Ghor Utha ceremony. Very, very important. It was asked in mains also. What is Singari Ghor Utha ceremony? Okay. He died at the young age of 25. So he came in 15 years and he died after 10 years, 25. Reasons? Mostly pleasure seeking. Pleasure not only meant, bodily pleasures, it also meant drugs. Okay, drugs means at that time opium. Okay, opium, smoking opium. Okay, so at the young age of 25, we lose Sudangfa. It will happen only. He came out from poverty. He was brought up in a Brahmin's house, in a very much poverty. Now, as soon as you become king at 15 years old, what will happen? You have the army, you have so much money, gold. What will you do in the free time? Pleasure, smoke, drink, and pass out. So remember, Ahom kingdom teaches us, or this kingdom teaches us a lot of things also in life, practical life. To stay away from pleasure when you're ruling. Okay, kings are not fit to seek pleasure. Kings should seek wisdom. I think you should all seek wisdom instead of pleasure. I had a lot of complaints from your teachers in Diffu that you don't come for classes, you go for playing badminton and all. We don't have anything to say. But if you want to really grow in life, you should be welcoming wisdom in your life, right? You should be welcoming. You play in your free time, but in class time, you should always be in class. Learn the wisdom, okay? So Sukapha died at the age of 25. Reasons was seeking pleasure, too much pleasure, all right? And he died. Fine. So what is this Hingori Ghor Utha ceremony? Hingori Ghor Utha ceremony. It is called claiming the mandate of heaven. Okay, in Thai it was called as Kyun Ruan Mo Kai. Okay, Kyun Ruan Mo Kai. Okay, that was the Thai word. So now you don't have to remember this because Hingori Ghor Utha is much easier than the Thai word. So this ceremony can only be performed in Soraidew. Claiming the mandate of heaven means that when a king is announced as the next king, he has to take the blessings of his ancestors who are in heaven, according to the Thai traditions. Who are in heaven, he should take the blessings of his ancestors. That is called claiming the mandate of heaven. Okay, so Hingori Ghor Utha ceremony began like this. First, the Bailung and Diodhais, okay, the Bailung and the Diodhais, the priests will appoint a date. The first thing they will do is appoint a date. Then, on that day, the king and the queen, okay, not queens, it is not written queens, the king and the first queen, okay, first is always first cannot be last, all right. So the king and the queen will enter the Soraidew capital. The king will wear Suhungmung or Somdeo, their traditional god, okay, their traditional god in a necklace format, okay. He will wear this necklace of Somdeo, okay, and he will carry his hendang, that is the traditional sword of Ahom kingdom, and this king and queen will plant a people plant, okay. Anyone? People gos. What is people gos in Assamese, Anjana? I don't know the Assamese word. I'm just curious. Can anyone tell me
Sir,
the
Borgos.
Borgos? Right? So they will plant a people plant in Soraidew, in the capital, and then they will enter a house called Patghor. Okay, so Patghor was a platform made with bamboo and leaves. Okay, it's like a Sanghor type category. Okay, they'll make a platform, and on top of the Patghor, the king and the queen will sit, and below the Patghor, okay, two persons of common origin will be kept. Okay, two persons of common origin. Now, as the royal couple sits on top, they will be poured with water by the priest. Okay, and this water will drop on these two people who are below. Okay, two people who are below, and after that, the people below will be given gold and silver and asked to leave the kingdom permanently. So why did they do that? These people later on came to be known as Neusa Jua people. Okay, Neusa Jua Manu. So why did they do that? Patghor mein. Why did they do that?
So that সিহঁতৰ গোটেই চিনছবোৰ বা কিবা বেয়া বস্তুবোৰ গুচি যাওক।
I'll make it very simple. Yeah, I'll make it very peaceful. Hindu people go where? Ganga to wash away their sins. Right? Right? The Christians do what? Baptism, water baptism. When they say, like, they're ready, they're throwing away their sins, baptism happens. Right? So that same concept was there. So all this water baptism and going to Ganga and washing away your sins, it does not mean anything to me personally. Okay, unless your heart is clean, your mind is clean, you are still the same person. Okay, so they did that because they had to claim the mandate of heaven. Okay, and mandate of heaven meant cleanliness from all sins and pap. Jiman pap korise, they will be washed away. Okay, and this water, when it washes the king and the queen and it falls on the two people, it seems the two people carried the sins of the king and the queen, and that's why they were asked to leave the kingdom. After giving a lot of gifts and silver, gold and silver, they will be like, please go away from the kingdom and never return, because they're carrying the curse or they're carrying the sins of the king and the queen. That was the first step of Hingori Ghor Utha ceremony. So, okay, Padghor, remember Padghor. Why it was called Padghor? Because the houses were made with bamboo and leaves. Okay, that is Padghor. Then the next, after washing of the king and the queen, they will enter Solonghor, okay, which is again made with bamboo, and below Solonghor this time will be an animals or one man. Okay, some animals will be there and one man will be there. All right, they will enter this Solonghor, and during this Solonghor they will have this Singori Ghor Utha ceremony. Okay, finally after Solonghor is made, from Solonghor they will enter to Singori Ghor, okay, which is a wooden platform made of Singori tree, okay, Singari tree. I don't know what is it called in Assam, Singori or English, or sorry, in English, but this tree is almost extinct. Okay, it is not available so easily as of now. So this Singori Ghor will be made, and the royal couple will be made to sit on the throne, the new throne they will rule. Then from the throne they will show the Somdev, the necklace. Remember the king wearing the necklace? And everyone who's there, the nobles, the royal family members, everyone who's there will kneel in front of it. Okay, meaning the ceremony is done. They will announce a new king, okay, at the time. So everyone will kneel to Somdev. After that, gifts will be given by nobles and priests, and congratulations will be given to the king and the queen. They will say, oh, congratulations, new king and queen. Okay. At that time, after becoming the king, the first thing the king will do is the convicts who have committed, the criminals who have committed very minute crimes. Okay. The criminals who are convicted of very minute crimes, like, stealing of bread, stealing of small things, they will be forgiven by the king. The first thing is they will be forgiven. Then during this time also, new coins will be minted in the name of the new king. Okay, new coins will be released. Okay, naya paisa. Then after that, they will sacrifice the animals who were under the Solonghor and the man or any human, whoever is there, okay, in that Solonghor. After that, feasting will happen in the evening, and royal couple will sleep in that Solonghor, and next day the king is a monarch. The king is a monarch. Now tell me, what is the difference between a king and a monarch? What is the difference between king and a monarch? I'm telling you, anyone can claim to be a king. King of the north, king of the south, anyone can call. Okay, anyone can become a king actually. But a monarch means when people agree that you are the ultimate king, you are the ultimate ruler. That is a monarch. Okay, when people accept you. King of the north, only the northern people will accept, not the southern people. Right? So monarch means everyone accepts. From north, south, east, west, everyone accepts. That is a monarch. Alright? Fine. Fine. So that is why they say we all have the potential to be kings. They didn't say we all have the potential to be a monarch, right? So monarch means everyone accepting. So this is Singori Ghor Utha ceremony. Okay, this is Singori Ghor Utha ceremony. Any confusion on this? Any confusion on this?
No, sir.
So For example, if Mohendra, if you were that one human, when soldiers were hunting for that sacrifice, you were the one human. You were thinking, oh, the soldiers will not come and tell you, no, directly that, oh, come, we'll sacrifice you. They'll come and tell, oh, the king is calling you. Then you'll be like, for what? I don't know. He's calling for the ceremony. You should come. So happily you go. Later on, you come to know that you are killed with the pigs, chicken, whatever, goat, beef. Oh, by the way, one more information I wanted to give. Traditional Ahoms ate everything. Traditional Ahoms ate everything. Now people will be like, sir, I am also an Ahom. I did not eat any, I don't know, eat that kind of meat, but they ate everything. Okay, they ate. So the sacrifice of whatever, I don't want to name that so that not to create a controversy, but they sacrifice that also. Okay, mithun they sacrifice. All right. So that was Singari Ghor Utha ceremony. Okay. Fine. The next king after Sudangfa we have few kings, Sujangfa, Supakfa, and Susenfa. Okay, Susenfa. So these two had very peaceful reign. Not very much information is there also. Probably very, very peaceful reign. That is why they are not mentioned so much. Then Susenfa. Okay, Susenfa is important because he had an alliance with Akampani Nagas. So we are seeing Nagas now. Okay, influence of Nagas in Ahom kingdom. So who are these Akampani Nagas present day? Nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows. But these Tangsa Naga are still there. Okay, Tangsa Nagas are still there. So what was the reason? What was the reason why Akampani Nagas came to Ahom kingdom was this Tangsa Nagas were raiding Akampani. Okay, they were raiding the Akampani and thinking that the royal king of Ahoms will help them. So they came to Ahoms and the Ahom king Susenfa agreed. Okay, he agreed. And with that there was a battle with the Tangsa Nagas. Okay, there was a battle with Tangsa Nagas. However, initially Ahoms were losing with Tangsa Nagas. Okay, they were losing in with Tangsa Nagas. And seeing the Nagas, how fearlessly they fought. You know the Nagas, when they have to fight, they'll fight very violently. And seeing that, apparently in one of the Buronjis, it is mentioned that Susenfa, the king, was frozen in battle. Okay, he froze out of fear. Can you imagine the fearlessness of the Nagas? That's why I have written they were known to be fearless warriors. Okay, the king froze. Matha katikena ahamanu asede. That's why the song also came out. So maybe in front of the king, he's killing. The Nagas were killing, like, you know, the Ahom officials left, right, and center. So the king froze, it seems, in between the battle. And because of that, he is known as a king who froze, okay, who became stiff. But finally, somehow, some general managed to kill a Gohai, managed to kill the Nagas, and they brought victory to the, you know, capital. Okay, they got victory. So Ahoms initially were losing. Because of one Gohai, one prime minister, they could defeat the Tangsa Nagas. And during Susenfa's time, we have the birth of Hongkordev also. Okay, Hongkordev also comes in the world at that time. Fine. The next king after Susenfa was Suhenfa. Okay, Suhenfa. Now Tangsas initially submitted, but after a new king came, the Tangsas also say, we are not following you. We followed your father, fine. We submitted to your father because he defeated us, but I am not supporting you. So this Tangsa Nagas beheaded one of the Borgohai. Okay, these Tangsa Nagas wanted revenge. So they beheaded the Borgohai. So remember, a Borgohai was, a Gohai actually rallied the troops and defeated them. So out of revenge, they must have killed one Borgohai. And because of this killing, the king had to take some actions against these Tangsa Nagas. Okay, And again, this time also Tangsa Nagas lose. They submit and they say, we will follow you. Okay, and Suhenfa becomes victor. Now with the Nagas, they were not completely erased off from the battle. They always had issues with Ahoms. Okay, from that time only until now, Golaghat, Jorhat area, we have issues with the Nagas regarding boundary. Okay, we will understand later in the later part of our class why the Nagas and tribes always invaded into Assam. Okay, always raided Assam. They never came for land so much. They came for resources actually. All right. Then during Suhenfa's time, we also see the conflict with Kacharis, the first conflict with Kacharis, okay, at Dikho River. Remember the Kachari king, right, who defeats the Ahoms. Then there was a peace treaty and the Kachari king says, the princess comes to the Kachari king, right? Because of this defeat, a pike, a soldier, an Ahom soldier called Lantaruban, okay, Lantaruban, who is a soldier of Tairungban clan, assassinated the king. Okay, assassinated the king. First, the defeat happened with the Kacharis. Then this pike, he was known to be very, very brave soldier. Okay, this Lantaruban. He was known for his skills. He was known for, very, very brave things. Now someone, maybe out of jealousy, someone said, oh sir, to the king, sir, this Lantaruban is very strong, so you never know, he might take your throne. So all those nonsense were going. Some also say that he was supposed to be sacrificed for Singari Ghor Utha ceremony, or whatever it is. So this Lantaruban came to know the plan of the king, and instead Sala Muk Maribi Moetuk Maridim. So that happened. Okay, he was insulted by the king actually. He was insulted by the king. So he, using a bamboo, inside the bamboo, he hid a spear. Okay, he hid a spear, and when the king was walking, suddenly from behind, he attacks him and kills this king, Suhenfa. Okay, Suhenfa. Okay, he used a pointed bamboo, or some say a spear was hidden inside the bamboo. Okay, whatever it is, remember pointed bamboo was used by Lantaruban and to kill Suhenfa. So that's how we see the end of Suhenfa. Okay, Suhenfa. So how many kings can you count? In a span of 1 hour, how many kings did we do of Ahoms?
12.
Okay, 12 kings in a span of 1 hour. And there are more, around 30. So good luck with Ahom kingdom. Okay, don't follow too much, don't read too much information regarding the Ahom kings. Whatever I gave notes, just revise that. Okay, don't read here and there and go read stories after stories. You will get confused, I am sure. Ahom kings, like the Ahoms, how they got irritated by the Nagas, right now they are becoming Nagas in our history class. They will trouble you. Okay, they will trouble you. Since they got trouble in their initial days, they are troubling now. Okay, till now, ST status also they are demanding. Whatever, just a joke, not an offense. So who are these Tangsa Nagas? Who are these Tangsa Nagas? Tangsa or Tang means highland, Sa means sun. Okay, Tangsa Nagas. They are placed under Naga ethnic group. They are ST from Arunachal Pradesh and some parts of Assam, particularly Tinsukia district. Okay, these are the Tangsa Nagas, both found in Assam and Arunachal. They worship traditionally Rangphra. Okay, Rangphra. So can you see this Changlang district? Okay, right at the border of Assam. That is where Tangsa Nagas mostly live. Okay, this Changlang district in Arunachal Pradesh. All right. They live in a joint family system. Their important festivals are Momol, May, June, and Wihiku. Okay, Wihiku festivals. They are regarded as one of the earliest group of people to use tea in Northeast. Okay, they are regarded to use tea in Northeast for the first time. They are regarded as one of the earlier people who use Northeast. So they have a tea called Phalap or Phanap. okay, which is smoked tea in a bamboo tube. They smoke the tea and they drink that smoked tea, okay. They have multiple dialects, varies across villages and clans. Like I told, Naga languages varies across villages, clans, and even tribe also. All right, fine. For example, Rera. Rera is one type of dialect they use, okay, which recently there has been a dictionary made of this language, Rera Tangsa Naga dialect, okay. And their textiles, the clothes they wear are GI tagged, okay. The clothes they wear are GI tagged, okay. Fine. Fine. Okay, so that was Tangsa Nagas in short. After Suhenfa, you see Supinfa, okay, Supinfa. Now Supinfa was that very, internally he was very scared because his ancestor was killed by a pike, was killed by a common Ahom person. So he was very scared. So he tried to take revenge of his father and he targeted everyone, nobles, commoners, everyone. So he was a bit pagla in the head, okay. He was a bit psychotic, okay, scared fox, scared cat he was. His father was killed by an Ahom person, so he started reign of terror. He targeted everyone. Toy marisono, toy marisono. So he did all that with his own people, okay. So he started a reign of terror. Fine. Yeah, paranoid. Good. Thank you, Denzel. He was paranoid. So he started a reign of terror, okay. And then one fine day in his court, some Naga man comes, okay. Naga warriors come, all right. Chief, probably from Akhampani and all this chief, and Naga man comes. And the queen, all of a sudden, when she saw the Naga chief, said, "Wow, in Naga manu to iman dhunia je." So the king was like, "Ja, tar logate ja, ja, put." So he exiled his own queen. Okay, he exiled his own queen to Naga Hills. So tak bhal paiso no, ja, put. So he was paranoid, this king. Okay, he was paranoid. You can't praise also someone who is a bit muscular, stronger looking. So maybe like, the Naga warrior who came, he was like strong, handsome with 6 packs. Naga, so most of the Assam girls also are after Naga people. We know that, right? Dhunia, white, fair skin, whatever, Korean looking. So maybe that because of that, that Ahom princess or the queen also felt, wow, this is the BTS or whatever, right? So the king is like, ja, tar logate biya pat ja. So he sent his own queen to Naga Hills, okay? But he has 3 sons, okay? He has 3 children, not sons, 3 children. One was called Suhungmung, the second one was called Nangmula, a girl, and the third one was Konseng. So this Konseng was born from this queen in Naga Hills, okay? Konseng was born in Naga Hills, okay? Remember this. The first son is Suhungmung, the second is Nangmula, a princess, okay? And because of his paranoia, he was probably poisoned by the nobles, okay? According to the Burunjis, it is written he died, of a food poisoning or something. So of course the nobles were also like, ki pagla roja re, maiki ko khedai diye, amaku target kore dekhe daily, pagla is he. So poisoned him and killed him, okay? Fine, that was Supinfa, okay? After this, we have one of the strongest king of Ahom dynasty called Suhungmung. Very, very important. I will stop in Suhungmung today, okay? Who was Suhungmung? He was known as Dihingya Roja, the house of Dihing, okay? He comes from the house of Dihing. He shifted his capital to Bokota. Where was their capital till that time? Where was the capital? Before Bokota, where was the capital? Chargoa in Dibrugarh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Chargoa. Now it is Bokota. Okay. Suhungmung moves his capital towards Bokota. Again, near Dibrugarh only, not very far from one another. So he made the third capital Bokota. Okay. He adopted a Hindu title. The first time we see the use of Hindu title called Sorgo Narayan, meaning what? Sorgo Narayan means king from heaven. Okay, king from heaven. So claiming the mandate of heaven, Singori Ghor Utha ceremony was done. So he took after that Sorgo Narayan or Sorgo Deo. Okay, Sorgo Deo. Okay, in Assamese, Horgo Deo. Okay, that is the first Hindu title that we see in the Ahom kingdom. He also adopted a Hindu calendar called the Saka era. All right, Saka era. He initiated the first Buronji in Assamese. By now, by 1500s, we see already Assamese coming in, because Shankardev before that also he started some works in Assamese, right? So people started speaking Assamese by now anyways. So first Buronji in Assamese begins in the time of Suhungmung. As soon as he became king, he looks for his brother, younger stepbrother, Konseng, okay, in Naga Hills. And they find him and they bring him to the palace, and Suhungmung makes him Borpatro Gohai, a new position, okay, new position. Before, there was only Bura Gohai and Bor Gohai, Chao Frungmung and Chao Thaulung, okay, Bura Gohai and Bor Gohai. So to accommodate his younger brother, he made a new position called Borpatro Gohai, okay, Borpatro Gohai. Fine, I will talk about all these offices later on, not now. Then he was responsible to defeat the Sutya kingdom and annex the whole of Sutya kingdom by 1528. We remember King Nityapal and Sadhoni story, okay? And he also created, after annexing the Sutya kingdom, he placed a governor in that area to look after the Sutya kingdom. That governor was known as Sodya Khoa Gohai, okay? So he created two new posts as of now, Borpatro Gohai and Sodya Khoa Gohai. And for this position, he gave Phra Sengmung the position. Who was Phra Sengmung? He was the husband of his sister, Nangmula. Okay, husband of Nangmula, his sister, younger sister, Phra Sengmung. Remember these names, Konseng, Phra Sengmung. So he brought his family back together. His father, Pagla father, divided the family. This Suhungmung united his family. Okay, fine. During his time, we see the Turkish invasions by Turbak Khan. Remember Turbak Khan? So he allied with the Kuch, okay, and also Orissa king Bikram Sena, and he defeated the Turks. He defeated the Turks with an alliance of Koch king and Orissa king Bikram Sena. All right. Then we also know Suhungmung annexed Kosari kingdom, that is Hidimbapur, in 1536, killing King Detsung. And to look after that Kosari area, he placed a governor, and that position was known as Morongi Khoa Gohai. So remember, what positions did Suhungmung create? Borpatro Gohai, Sodya Khoa Gohai, and Morongi Khoa Gohai. So in Thai or in Ahom, Kosari kingdom was known as Morongi. Okay, Kosari kingdom was known as Morongi. So Morongi Khoa Gohai. Okay, Morongi Khoa Gohai. Okay, he died in 1539. He died in 1539. Who are these Gorias? Remember, who are these Gorias? You know, na? Gorias.
From Bengal.
Yeah, from Bengal, those who were working in the Sultanate, and they came inside Assam, the Muslim people from Gaur, and they settled in Assam. So lot of these Goria Muslims, when Ahoms and Koch defeated them in that invasion, a lot of them were taken as prisoners, and they were settled. This some of the skillful Gorias, Ahom king Suhungmung take them into Sipsagar, took them to Sipsagar, and they settled them. He settled them there, and they were responsible to make this brass and pitol works. Okay, pitol, all those thalis and all, no, we see. So they were made in charge of that, to make all this, and all those skillful men from that army, Turkish army, were settled in the Sipsagar area. So a lot of areas in Sipsagar have Muslim population. You know that. As soon as you enter from the highway, you will find a Muslim village. Okay, so those are Goria Muslim, the indigenous Assamese Muslims. Okay, as of now. Fine. So he died in 1539. Okay, he died in 1539. How? What was the reason? Anyone knows how did he die? Some say his son, Suhungmung's son, Suhungmung. Okay, Suhungmung's son, Suhungmung, was responsible. He started a conspiracy because his father married a commoner later on, a goldsmith's daughter, Hunari's daughter. So because of that, Suhungmung, the son, did not like it. So he killed his own father, it seems. Okay. One more thing you have to remember, Frasengmung, his brother-in-law, dies in the battle against Turbak Khan. Okay, dies in a battle. So after his death, even Nang Mula, the sister herself said, I will also go and fight against these invaders. So she also goes and into the battle and dies there. Okay, so that is the story of Nang Mula and Frasengmung. Why do you listen to Romeo and Juliet when it is false? Listen to the love story of Nang Mula and
Excuse me,
Frasengmung.
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Nang Mula can be called as Mula Gaburu also.
Yeah, Gaburu means young. Okay. Okay. So you have love stories across the world, Romeo, Juliet. I like Frasengmung and Nang Mula. Couples should be like that. Both could fight, both fought also. Okay. So we have so many stories from Ahom Kingdom. What is Game of Thrones in front of Ahom Kingdoms? Everything was going on in 1300s to 1500s. Everything. Father killing son. Father or the king sending his wife away. So many stories are there. So I'm telling you, if you're good in videography, if you're good in, writing or movie scripts or anything, make on Ahoms and all the kingdoms of Assam. Okay. If you have any ideas or influence your friends, you like Modi and Melody, so go join them then. I'll become Suhungmung's father now. Go join them. Kha Melody or Modi. Right? So that is the end till Suhungmung. A few things we have to keep in mind. Administration style before Suhungmung. We had the Chaulung, the king. Okay. There were houses, royal houses called Charing. Okay. Then we had the Buragohai, Chaufrungmung, and Borgohai called Chauthaulung. And then we had the priestly houses, all these 4 houses. Under this Boragohai, Buragohai, we had Dihingyas, we had Hondikois. Okay, it's not Hendik. Don't be so, what do you call that word? Very fancy. Don't be so fancy. It's not Hendik, it's Hondikoi. Okay. Lahon and Duaras, they form the baseline or house lines of these prime ministers. Okay, this was before Suhungmung. After Suhungmung, we see the administration a little bit different. So king is there. Then he created another post called Borpatro Gohai. Okay, he created another post called Borpatro Gohai for his younger sibling Konseng. He also created Sodia Khwa Gohai and Morongi Khwa Gohai. So there are 5 positions. Okay, there are 5 positions of councillors now, right? Then he also divided the royal houses into this many houses. So one was Charing, the next one became Tipom, Dihing, Samuguri, Tungkhung, Porbot, and Namrup. Okay, and in Mo or the priest clans, we also see a later elaboration of clans into this many number. Not very important. Okay, not very important. For example, Suhungmung also included other tribes like Setias because he annexed Sutia kingdom. So he introduced Setias also inside the administration. Okay, for example, Lahon Setia. Lahon Setias worked under Ahoms. Okay, then we had Moran Pator. Okay, Moran Pator means those who were mixed with the Setias and Moran Kosaris. Okay, they were also involved with Ahom administration. Then we had Miri Hondikoi. Miri Hondikois are mix of missing people and Ahoms. Okay, later on. Fine, Miri Hondikoi are, these are positions actually, but later on we see the tribes or the other communities also inside Ahom administration. Okay, those are the things that you have to know about Suhungmung. So even in priest clans, we have Miri Bailung, Naga Bailung, Nara Bailung. Okay, so you had Naga priest also in Suhungmung's time, okay, who was working as a Bailung. Okay, so those are the things. That's why if you look at the faces of Bailungs, so most of them, they have a very different feature. Some of the Bailungs have very different features than your typical Ahom look also. Okay, they look more towards Naga side. All right. Anyways, whatever it is, they all got mixed by this time. We all know that. Okay. So many tribes, many communities also were working under Suhungmung, like Miri, like Nagas, also like Sepias. All right. So we will stop here till Suhungmung. Okay. We will stop here till Suhungmung. So how many kings we did today? There are more to go. 14th king Suhungmung. There are more to go, around another 25, 26 properly will do. Some are unimportant, so we will not touch those also. So Sunday is tomorrow, so Monday we will meet. Okay, tomorrow take rest, revise the notes again. I will send the notes again to you, the Telegram channel. So Monday we'll meet with the rest of the kings. All right, fine. Any questions if you want to ask, you can ask. Okay. All right. See you on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.